You need to be a programmer, but primary focus is on problem solving. Number one, you must have the core knowledge of fundamentals. We are not expecting you to know everything, but we are expecting you to know everything of what you have read in the program, right?
Alright, so hello everyone, and today we have with us Miss Priya, and she is here to share her experience with us. So first of all, moving ahead with the interview, welcome to our channel Placement Interview, and would you tell us something about yourself?
Hi, Sonia. First of all, thank you for inviting me over. I'm really glad to share my experience with you. My name is Priya Vajpeyi. I'm an engineer by profession. I work with Adobe India. Apart from that, I'm a content creator, mentor, public speaker as well.
Okay. So could you please elaborate on the company you're currently working with?
Sure. So currently I'm working with Adobe India as a member of technical staff, or simply as we know as D1. My day-to-day responsibilities include, working on the tech stack that the company has already placed in for this team. I'm a part of digital media or digital experience business unit. In this, my team is campaign team. So our primary focus is on the tech ops side of it. How do we take care of the entire process? So yes, this is primarily what I'm working on right now, and I'm working with Adobe India.
Okay, so how does your days look like? Like, what are the roles and responsibilities that you have to go through about your job profile specifically?
All right, sure, Sonia. So basically, my job profile is MTS1 right now. So what a day-to-day responsibility includes for us is, taking care of whatever project we have in our team. In the first place, projects keep on changing as and when new projects are coming. So we are assigned, multiple different folks are assigned to multiple different teams. Then our primary focus is to take care, as I said, this is the SIRE focused team. So our primary focus is on, developing the pipelines, delivering properly the project, which is considered to be a part of tech ops side. So we are not essentially developing the core tech project, but yes, we are taking care of it when it comes to the tech ops aspect of it. So yes, that is what we are working on these days. So we sometimes get some CSOs as well. So we get those resolved, we get some tickets. So my team primarily works on something we call as provisioning, right? So we have different customers. For them, we have to create infrastructure, we have to deliver it to them, right? So we have to take care of the entire process, right from the inception that the request is coming to the point that it is delivered. And after deliverability as well, if we have any issues, then we take care of it.
So as you know that in every profession, skills are really very important and for shaping our career too. So what are the skills that are needed for your job profile?
Okay, so for my job profile, skills are no different than what is required for a normal, software developer. You need to know programming. You have to be very efficient. So after everything has gone virtual, especially after the pandemic, earlier it used to be a bit easy for us to communicate being face to face, talking to everybody, but now it's very important for you to have very good communication skills, not just to look aesthetic, but yes, to explain your ideas, to grasp others' ideas, to present things well in any meeting, to present things to your leadership. Because after pandemic, and especially in Adobe India, it's a beautiful thing that we have, that we don't have very segregating bars. If I want to talk to my director, I'm free to go so and talk to them, present my ideas. So for that, communication has become such an integral part of it. Number two. Number three, again, so it comes to problem solving. You need to be a programmer, but primary focus is on problem solving. You might not always get a single tech stack, let's say, work on Java. So right now, it has been something about 1.5 years for me working with this company, and tech stack has been constantly changing. I've worked on JavaScript, I've worked on Ansible, every single thing here and there. So you need to be very open to learning, grasping new skill sets, grasping new programming languages, ramping up on them. We get some time, we get some training material as well, but then completely depends on the capability of an individual, that how fast or quick you can learn, because all the projects, they have some limited timeline associated to them.
So like for the technical skills, like what are the resources that you would actually advise us for gaining the skills?
All right. So when it comes to the technical aspect of it, if we consider any fresh graduate, coming straight out of college, then primary things that we expect them to have is good knowledge of systems. That goes without saying also, right? Operating systems, they read, we call it the core knowledge of systems. Because once you are working in a company, you not just build a project, you deploy it as well. You take care of it. After you've deployed also, you have to take care of it. So you have to have a very good understanding of what is is going behind that layer of code also, how it is running on your system, what are the processes, what are the threads, etc. So that is very important. Lay emphasis on operating system. Problem solving, I don't even have to lay more emphasis on it. It is like, indispensable. We have to do it. So problem solving needs to be very good, not just in terms of writing a code, but in terms of, let's say, addressing a day-to-day problem as well. Because usually in companies, what differentiates a lot from a college is, in college we are given a project, hey, this is the name of the project, this is the tech stack you have to build, now build it, it's up to you. It's not like that in the companies where we work, right? We get a problem statement, or we find that out ourselves, that in the process, this is the problem that I'm facing right now. Let's say I want to automate it. So first of all, we find out the problem. After finding out the problem, we find out the solution of it. There are a lot of brainstorming sessions that goes on. After finding out the appropriate solution also, then you decide which tech stack would be efficient. So you see, this is the entire process building up step by step, and then everything comes together as a deliverable product that we have. So you have to have that problem solving, analytical capability. You have to be very open, you have to make yourself that way. You have to practice from initially that way only, that whenever you're a part of project, don't just be a passive, side of it. Don't be quiet. Don't just do whatever is being given to you. Try to be very open. Try to be very analytical. Sometimes being a critic is also good, Try to always scrutinize whatever is being done.
Right. So any advices that you want to give us to our future aspirants who wants to join the same role as yours?
All right. So advices would be, first of all, so I'm going to give you advices which are suiting to this post-pandemic time, right? First thing, you have to have knowledge. I mean, that goes without saying. I keep on doing a lot of resume reviews these days. I keep on talking to a lot of, young folks coming in. I mentor them. So I have felt this way, that people have started, expecting to have the best of both worlds. They want to get into, let's say, product management also. They want to get into, a core developing job also. They want to have that managerial bit as well. So that doesn't happen in a day. You might join in, but you'll join in at one particular role. You'll have a set of responsibilities, which is primarily going to be a SD role if you're coming from a BTech background like that of mine. So what goes indispensable for you is, number one, you must have the core knowledge of fundamentals. We are not expecting you to know everything, but we are expecting you to know everything of what you have read in the program, right? All the people who are interviewing new candidates have also been in their shoes, We have been from the same college, we have done the same courses. So we know what extent is being taught in the colleges. So people must possess knowledge of it. After studying 4 years in the college, one cannot come and say that, hey, I don't know operating systems. That wasn't a good subject for me. No, we want you to know operating systems. We want you to know DBMS. We want you to know. It's okay if you haven't worked on, let's say, SQL as well as NoSQL and every sort of, database present out there. But we want you to understand the differences, know the core aspect of it, when to apply which one.
Okay, that was a lot of advices that we got. So, you have been an inspiration for me as well. And what has been your experience overall, working as a content creator, being up to date with your job profile? So what has been your experience overall?
Okay, so if you ask about my experience, I'll say it has been flawless, because, I chose this as my, own profession. I wanted to get into software development. I had my passion driving me into that direction. After something, a very personal happening, it happened to me. I lost my father last year due to COVID. So that really striked me in the brain. And he was an educationist, right? So I just wanted to extend what he did to people. I wanted to, give back to the society in whichever way I can. And I would really appreciate Adobe. It has such a huge role in it. In Adobe, after we do our day-to-day work, we get so many different opportunities to contribute back to the society. We teach NGO kids, we mentor them on public speaking, we mentor them on career coaching. There is a lot that is going on. So it ignited that passion in me that, I can also go ahead and become a content creator in this direction. I can start putting up the content which has helped me. There's a very famous say that we all use: be the senior you wanted to have when you were back in college. Yeah. So I know that, people have gone online. They do not have many people to talk to. So why not put the content, just collate it, put it online. Let's see, if people are getting benefited out of it or not.
Okay, so we wish you a very best of luck from our team placement interview, and thank you so much for joining in with us today and giving us your precious time on the weekend as well. So thank you so much, Miss Priya.
All right. Thank you so much, Sonia, for having me on the platform. I'm really glad to be here.